Hi, Steve here. Welcome to this video where I want to talk about exotic betting on Betfair. This is looking at how to create your own doubles, trebles and quaddies using the Betfair platform. Now doubles are 2 bets, trebles are 3 bets, quadrilla are 4 bets. Now the thing with them is they're not individual bets, they are bets where each one is divided into legs, and we'll talk about that as we go through. So you choose the bets, you have the power. The eighth wonder in the world is compounding interest, and this little fella here is Albert Einstein, very well known mathematician and also considered a genius. Compounding explained in Einstein's eighth wonder of the world. And this is where Albert Einstein comes into play. According to Einstein, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. Basically, the first part is the banks, the second part is anyone who's got a loan from a bank. They have the compound working against them. The banks have the compound working for them. This is where we want to get the compound working for you in your Betfair bets. At first this quote might seem a little bit exaggerated, but the maths behind it shows that it's not. Let me give you an interesting example. If I were to offer you a choice between an immediate cash payment of $1 million or pounds and a magic penny that doubled every day for 30 days, which would you take? Now, if you're like most people, at first you would jump at the $1 million deal. But if you break it down out on your calculator and double 1 penny for 30 days, you'll be amazed that on day 30 your penny would be worth over £5 million, and of course day 31 your penny would be worth £10 million. But Betfair doesn't have these type of bets. Yes, they have doubles in the exchange, but they pick what you can bet on. In this video I'll show you how, as we say in Australia, to DIY it, do it yourself. Plus there are 4 different plans within each of the exotic betting types we will talk about, and you don't have to win all the bets to still make money. So let's look at each one of the doubles, trebles and quadrillas and how you can use it on horses, dogs and sports. Doubles is 2 bets, leg 1, leg 2. And some of you, this is no big news, but stay with me. You will learn something. Doubles is placing 2 bets. Obviously the first bet, if it's successful, then the money is rolled into the second bet. That's how we're getting our compounding. We are having a win, then we're taking the money that we've won and we're putting it onto another bet. So we're using compound money to make more profit. What happens if leg 1 fails? Well, you lose your stake. There's no getting away from it. In this example, I'm using a £2 stake. So if in the doubles our first leg fails, then we lose our £2. What happens if the second leg fails, the first leg's successful and the second leg fails? Then this is where the 4 plans that I want to talk about come into play. These 4 plans have the power, and by using them you now can become a money manager. The 4 plans explain. The first leg bet is placed, say £2 on the favourite, just for an example, at 2.5. In this case, the horse, dog or team is successful, you'll get back £5. We'll ignore the commission here to keep it simple and clean. Leg 2, or the second bet, can be done in many ways, and this is the 4 plans that I want to talk about. First of all is the standard plan A, which is all the money, all the return plus the stake gets lumped onto the second horse. In this case it would be £5 would go onto our second leg. If we were going to use plan B, what we would do is we would take the winnings of our first bet and put it into the second bet. So we would take our stake money out and just reinvest the winnings. In plan C we would invest a percentage of the return. So our return in this case was £5, and in the example I'll show you in the figures we're going to use 50%. So 50% of the return, which is £2.50, is invested into our second leg. And plan D is a percentage of the profit. So what we're doing is we're taking our stake money out, which is £2, and we're investing 50% of the profit. So 50% of £3 is £1.50, and that's what goes on to the next leg. So let's see what that looks like. Here is our doubles return with the different legs here, and we can see the odds are 2.5 and the stake is £2. Well, it's pretty straightforward. As I said, if the leg fails, we lose our £2 on any of the plans. And in the second leg, this is where the plans kick in, and we can see there plan A has a return of £12.50, plan B £7.50, plan C £6.25, and plan D £3.75. So if we look over there, we can see blue is our plan A, moving down to the bottom one, which is plan D. We can see there on the second leg, if plan A fails on our second bet, we would still lose our stake. If plan B failed, we would have our stake money. So it's basically we've lost nothing, we've gained nothing. In plan C, we've got our stake and 50p, so we've made a 50p profit even though our bet lost. And in using plan D, we've got our stake money of £2 plus £1.50 profit. So plan D still made a profit even though the second leg lost. So this is where you start choosing. As I said, you are the money manager. If you're an aggressive sort of person, you'll be using plan A. More conservative plan B. If you really are, this is my superannuation, be a plan D sort of guy. Let's move on and have a look at trebles. Well, they're like doubles except they've got an extra leg. So we have 3 bets, leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. And basically, trebles is placing the 3 bets. If the first bet is successful, it's rolled into the second leg. Now we just go through. If the first leg fails, like in all cases, you lose your stake. The second leg fails, plan A will lose its stake, so you've lost your £2. Plan B will break even, so you've got your stake money back, so you live to fight another day. Plan C and plan D, you will make a small profit if the second leg of your treble fails to get up. If the third leg fails, plan A, once again, you've lost your stake money. You're risking a lot. Your gains are going to be high, but you are going to lose your stake if any of the legs fail using plan A. Plan B, you've got your £2 back, and you plan C and plan D, you're making a small profit. And we can see that in this treble here. If we look at the treble, if we look at the treble here, we can see there, obviously, plan A has done extremely well. £29 profit. For a £2 outlay, we've made £29 profit. Okay, so that's a very good return. That is meaning you could afford to have 14 losing trebles and still be in profit. Obviously, with odds this low, you should be doing a lot better than that. In plan D, you're looking at £18 profit, but keep in mind, right after leg 1 had been won, you were not risking your money, you were solely playing with other people's money. So that's a good feeling, but you have sacrificed 9 points profit. We can see there on plan A, 1,014% profit. Okay, so that's the graphs on your trebles. And you can see there, if the leg failed, apart from the first leg, all the others are at least giving you money back or making a profit. Now, Quaddies, very, very popular in Australia. But what I like about our way of doing Quaddies is you don't have to have all 4 legs to win, and you can pick exactly where you want to place the bet. You're not having to bet on the races that you're being told with. So Quaddies are 4 bets, leg 1, 2, 3 and 4. and it's much the same. The bets are all rolled into the next one, and the same thing. If leg 1 fails, you lose all your stake. Doesn't matter what plan you're using. Leg 2, then it's plan B. You've already got your money back. So it's exactly as I discussed before. If the legs fail, yes, plan C and plan D are making a small profit. Plan B, you've already got your money back after the first leg has won. And plan A, if any legs fail, you lose your stake. And if we have a look here, the payoff for plan A is quite big. For a £2 stake, if you can get four horses or 4 dogs across at 2.5, you're going to be making £78 profit. Okay, if you use plan B, you're going to be making £46 profit, and you're not risking any money after the first leg. And if you look down here at plan C, for example, you are making £9 profit even if you lose the third leg, and if you lost the fourth leg, and if you lost the third leg, you'd still be making £5.63. So this is your quaddies, and you can see there on the graph, big payoff for plan A, B, C and D. So that's quaddies for you. So in the plan summary, plan A is an all-up return on each leg. If any leg fails, you lose your starting stake. That's simple. Plan B, after leg 1, you take your starting stake out and all the rest is reinvested into each leg. Should any leg fail after leg 1, you've retained your starting stake. So you'll be basically betting leg 2, 3 and 4 for free, not using your own money. Plan C, after leg 1, you are reinvesting a percentage of your stake. So after leg 1, you are again betting with other people's money, but also retaining a profit as you go through. So if any leg other than leg 1 fails, you are making some profit even if you don't get to the end of all successful bets. Plan D, you are reinvesting a percentage of the profit. So you're taking out your stake straight after leg 1 and then reinvesting a percentage of your profit. And in the case I've been showing you here, it's been 50% of the profit has been reinvested. Plan E, I hear you say, Plan E, I didn't see Plan E. It hasn't been shown yet. It's an option that we use in our Fortune in 4 bot, which has been designed especially to make exotic bets on Betfair. And you'll learn a little bit more about that very shortly. Plan F, I haven't seen that either. No, it's another feature that's in our Fortune on 4 bot, and that will be explained in the next slide. So here we are. This is the staking guide section in our Fortune on 4 auto bot. I won't go too much into the bot because I mainly wanted to show you the advantage of compounding your winnings. But we got here in plan E is the default stake, and then you can see there I've got 1 as my default stake, so that means £1. And our delta stake, which is plan F, is at 20p. And you can see the others: reinvesting profits, reinvesting returns. Okay, now plan E and plan F. These are 2 options that are available, as I said, in Fortune and 4 bot. These are in addition to the 4 plans that we talked about. They can be run intermingled with them. In plan E, the default stake is should one of your legs fail, then the default stake will cut in. And I've got 1 here. So if I'm doing a treble and leg 1 fails, then leg 2 will start off with a new stake of 1, which is my default stake. So if I decide to put in my 3 bets for the treble, for example, if I'm doing a treble, I can pre-put them in, leg 1, leg 2, leg 3, and if leg 1 fails, as I said, then the bet is not lost. The bet is lost, but leg 2 will continue with the new staking. Okay, so leg 2 and leg 3 may be successful, and I haven't missed out because the default stakes kicked in. And in Plan F with the delta stake, this is added to after a winning leg. So if I had leg 1 and that won, then whatever other instructions I gave, if I had a delta stake there, it would add that to the staking just for a little bit of increased profit. So that is what the delta stake, and it's run in conjunction with the other settings. So just in finalising and topping out this video, what we can do with exotic bets and Betfair is we can mix our bets. We can bet in the win market and the place market. So we might have leg 1 as a win on a short price horse. Leg 2 may be a placed horse in another race. And then leg 3 may even be on NRL or AFL or football, soccer, might even be on a boxing match or a billiards match. We can mix and match with using Fortune and 4, or if you're manually doing the exotic bets on Betfair. So you don't have to place all the bets at once. If you're going to be using the Fortune and 4 bot, you can put a leg on, see how the result goes, and then find another bet. So you're not rushed to find your selections. You can select a horse race, mix it up with a dog race. You can use favourite rankings. So you can say, this race at Wolverhampton, I want the first favourite in the win market, or you may want the first favourite in the place market, and you can set what odds between this odds and that odds, and you can mix and match with field sizes and all that. But that is all for another video to have a look at. As I said, you can mix and change the plans within the Quaddie. For example, you may have leg 1 with the settings, and then in leg 2 you may want 50% of the return to go into leg 3, and then leg 3 you may only want, because it's you've got a high priced horse, you may only want 50% of the profit, or you can change the percentage. You might only want 20% of the profit to go into the last leg of a Quaddie, cocooning some winnings there. It's up to you. And the good thing with it, with the Fortune on 4, is you can bet on autopilot. If you've got the Fortune and 4 bot, you can, if you want to, you can do 4 lots of Quaddies. So you can have, you can put them all in and leave the bot running, and it will bet the Quaddies as the races come up or the events come up. So you don't even have to watch the results and work out the stakings. The bot does all that for you. And one other thing, the bot can also you can make bets on the fly. So you can click on a price, take the bet, if you want to use it just as a betting tool and not an exotic tool. You can do that also. So if you're interested to see more, then visit us at fortunein4.com, which is down below. You can click on the link and see the bot and see the results that we are getting with it. And I hope that you can see the benefit of compounding your winnings into getting better returns, and to return back to why you started betting probably in the first place, to get a bit of excitement with some good returns. I mean, putting a £2 bet on 2 or 3 horses or 4 horses or dogs, or short-priced football teams, tennis players, whatever, and seeing that compound return of £70, £80 for a £2 investment, that is probably what got you excited about betting in the first place. So on behalf of my friend there, Albert, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you visit us in Fortune and 4 and get into some exotic betting on Betfair. Thank you.